Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1987 Supermod. I'm your host, as always, Brad Drake, and this is my AWA save. Tonight, the AWA travels to Chicago, Illinois, where we will be in the International Amphitheater, the world-famous wrestling venue. And of course, the AWA had a big hand in making this a world-famous venue. So we are booked for the International Amphitheater. Going back to the main screen here, let's take a look at our backstage incidents. Looks like Paul E. got himself in some trouble with Nick Bockwinkel. And there it is, Paul E. dangerously moaning about stuff all the time. So, Nick Bockwinkel says he's got to buy drinks for everybody. All right, very well. Oh, looks like we got some protege work here. Bob Backlund has taken John Paul as a protege. And of course, Wahoo, along with Derek Dukes, reigning PWA heavyweight champion Derek Dukes, that is. And lastly, Wahoo McDaniel and his protege, Rex King. Let's go ahead and take a look at our card for tonight. And it's Saturday night. It's a big night, week 4 of January 1988. In our opener, Penny Mitchell is going to face Vivian Vachon. The team of Kiniski and Rich will battle the Texas Hangmen. Ali Khan is going to face Scott Steiner. Dukes and Jammer will wrestle the Midnight Express. Steve Regal is challenging Steve Regal is challenging Nelson Royal for the Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Colonel DeBeers will face Ron Simmons in a heated feud. Saito and Zbyszko will face Bockwinkel and Stevens in our semi-main event. And in our main event, in a steel cage match, the Iron Sheik is going to face Sergeant Slaughter. Folks, there will be blood. Let's get to booking. Mitchell and Vachon, of course, is our opener here. 10 minutes as always. Here's Penny Mitchell. And here is Vivian Vachon, who still has chilly momentum despite all of her recent wins. So, Penny Mitchell got the win over Vivian Vachon last time, so Vivian Vachon is going over this time. Next, we have Kiniski and Rich versus the Texas Hangmen. And as I've said before, Kiniski and Rich have actually turned out to be a pretty solid tag team for us. And we can go ahead and auto-name this one. Let's take a look and see who got the win the last time. And it looks like the Texas Hangman got the win. So we're going to have Nick Kiniski get the win here for his team. That one is booked up next. Ali Khan and Scott Steiner in a 12-minute bout. And of course, Ali Khan, our Afghan communist, managed by an Arab sheik. He's going to face newcomer Scott Steiner, who has the exact pedigree that the AWA would like. So Scotty Steiner is going to come out ahead here. Ali Khan's a big, nasty dude, but Scotty Steiner's just got the goods. Dukes and Jammer up next against the Midnight Express. And here we go. There is Dukes and Jammer right there. And here is the Midnight Express. Of course, the Midnights are going over, and I believe this match goes 14 minutes. We'll double check here. Yes, it does. Okay, there's no tag title on the line, and Dennis Condrey is going to go over. The Midnight Express are on a tear here. They have not lost in quite some time, except for that spot show. All right, Regal versus Royal here. And we are going to have this match go 16 minutes because we've seen some success with it as a technical master class. So, here we go, World Light Heavyweight title. And here is Steve Regal. And here's current champion Nelson Royal. And Nelson Royal is going to get the win here by cheating. So the champion will retain, and the chase continues. All right, DeBeers and Simmons, 16 minutes. It's going to be 14 minutes. And folks, I like this feud. This is a very passionate and charged feud, to say the least. And if you don't know, because maybe you're too young and don't understand, Colonel DeBeers represents apartheid, the rule for many years in South Africa that was based on an unfair racial system where those of the Caucasian persuasion were favored in all aspects of business and government over those of a non-Caucasian persuasion. So, Colonel DeBeers is bringing that garbage to the AWA, and it's a very hated thing. So, Ron Simmons is a great dance partner for him, a great opponent. Ron Simmons is going to get the win here in Chicago, and they would probably go absolutely nuts over this one. Saito and Zbyszko versus Bockwinkel and Stevens. I think I forgot to check to see who's missing tonight. This one goes 18. Mr. Saito has missed a lot of bouts lately, but he is available for this one, so that's good. Here is Bockwinkel and Stevens. We can auto-name this one, and let's see who got the win the last time. Okay, Bockwinkel and Stevens got the win over Zbyszko and Fernandez. So we are going to have Mr. Saito get the win for his team, and of course, he is going to cheat all the way. And in our main event, going 30 minutes, we have the Iron Sheik, and of course it's a cage match, and you cannot put it in lowercase letters. When you have a cage match, it is a cage match all the way, 100% cage match. All right, there's Sheiky baby, and there is a Sergeant Slaughter, and I don't really care what's happened in the past with these two, because Sergeant Slaughter is going over here in Chicago in the International Amphitheater. Just without a doubt, it's happening. All right, we are ready to go ahead and run this show, and this is a stacked card. A great card for the International Amphitheater. This card has a flair of the old school here, and it's got some new upcoming wrestlers. This is a great AWA card for Chicago in 1988. We're going to go ahead and start that show. And like we planned it, Vivian Vachon gets the win. No red text to doom, 46 overall for these two ladies. It's doing pretty well. We got some red text to doom here now. And Kiniski and Rich get the win over the Texas Hangmen with the double back suplex. I, of course, invented that as the finisher for Kiniski and Rich, and I think it's a solid one. Let's see what the other takeaways were here. I'm actually a little disappointed the score was that low in the Great Lakes. All right, so we got our typical handfuls of problems here. So it's the best way we can put it. All right, Ali Khan and Scott Steiner. Scotty Steiner gets a 69. 63 overall for this bout. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Ooh. Was hoping for a little better on this one, but Randy Rose is sandbagging us. Midnight Express, of course, get the win with the rocket launcher. We score a 63 overall. We take a look at this. We got a mixed bag of problems here with Dukes and Jammer, but these guys are young and they're new. So what are you going to do? Experience and consistency. It's exactly what you expect. All right, Steve Regal and Nelson Royal get a 74 overall, and I am pretty pleased with that for the World Light Heavyweight title. That's pretty good, 74 overall. You know what? I forgot to make that a technical masterclass, everybody. I did not make that a technical masterclass, and that probably hurt us a little bit. But overall, not bad. Nelson Royal, of course, gets a hit for his declining physical ability, which is understandable. He's in his mid-50s at this point. Ooh, look at that score. That, folks, is exactly what we've been looking for. Right there, Simmons gets the win with the shoulder breaker. Of course, I renamed it that from the Dominator because he was not calling it the Dominator yet at that point. That did not come until his WWF days. So he got the pinfall after the shoulder breaker over Colonel DeBeers. A wonderful, top-notch 80 score. Very nice. Let's see if there is any takeaways. DeBeers is fatigued. Who isn't on this roster, apparently? All right, 78 overall. I was hoping for a lot better. 87, 76, 78, 86. And we somehow score a 78 here. I just don't understand this at times. All four of these guys are over in Great Lakes. They've all been wrestling in this territory, this region for a long time. I don't know how we get a 78. So let's hope that the main event doesn't hurt too. The main event does not disappoint and gets an 87 overall. We got a 95 and a 92, and two guys super over in the Great Lakes, and we score an 87. I can't complain too much. That's a great score for a match, but it's a little disappointing. I was hoping for, a 90 or so, but I'll take that 87 in this bloodbath of a match. This is the exact type of match, a big cage match, that the fans in Chicago would have wanted and would have appreciated. Top notch, my hat goes off to Sheik and Slaughter. They are not disappointing. And we get the increase in the region, so we are going to praise highly Sheik and Sergeant Slaughter, no doubt about it. And I think it's important here to point out Steve Regal, who is really getting a lot out of Nelson Royal. So great performance. Oh, what the heck? Great performance. Great performance. Good performance for Steve Regal. All right, the speech is made. Sheiky's pleased, Slaughter's pleased, and Steve Regal is pleased. So we are going to be moving on here. I've decided to take Indianapolis off the tour schedule. If that upsets anybody, I'm sorry, but I just can't see how it makes sense for us to go all the way east just to go ahead and jog back west. So we are going to run Des Moines, Iowa instead, because that makes perfect sense on our way jogging over to Omaha, Nebraska. All right, let's take a look at what our incoming says here. Major League Wrestling, 533,000 viewers. That's a great score for a Canada-only show. That's a lot of viewers. Well done. And look at that. Championship Wrestling, 1.75 million viewers. 2.33 overall. Terrific. Excellent. And Mr. Saito is tired. Well, that's his own fault for working all those matches in Japan. And Colonel DeBeers is tired. That's his fault for still working in Portland and everywhere else he's working. What can I say? It's their own problem. All right, the UWA is the new champion, and it is Rayo de Jalisco Jr. I think I pronounced that properly. Scorpio Sr. has won the light heavyweight championship. Good for him. Uh-oh, the Road Warriors. The Road Warriors have won the NWA World Tag Team title over Blanchard and Anderson, and they are doing some good things over there in the JCP with Mike Graham at the helm. So maybe that's exactly what I need. I was going to change that out, but I guess we just leave it. It seems like he's doing a pretty good job. So let's see if we can pick up on this episode of World Championship Wrestling where these big changes took place. And the Wonder Years debuts on this day in 1988 after Super Bowl 22. Look at that, an average of 18.8 rating in its first season. That's huge. I remember that show. And if you were a kid growing up in the 80s, everybody remembered that show. It was a terrific show. And to this day, I think it's got the greatest ending ever for a television series, where he's at a 4th of July parade, and it goes into slow motion, and the narrator, who I believe was Daniel Stern, tells everybody what happened to all the characters on the show. It's fantastic. That was a great show. I guess they got a reboot going now or something. Well, whatever, but the reboot just never seems to capture the magic of the original. All right. We had a Saturday night's main event last night. Randy Savage over Junkyard Dog in the main event. The Bulldogs over the New Dream Team. It's not a bad card. Hogan was actually on it. He did an interview. Look at that. Lord Alfred Hayes still getting some action in. Good for him. They had a match on Prism. Hogan and Steamboat over Jake Roberts and Rick Rude. That would have been a hell of a match with Jake Roberts being a heel. No doubt about it. Got some nice six-man action there with the Killer Bees. Good for them. I've always liked the Killer Bees. They used to do that masked confusion when I was a kid. The switch out with the mask. That was the coolest thing ever to see. I remember they won Survivor Series 87 with that. My brother and I were going nuts. There it is, the main event. The Road Warriors over Blanchard and Anderson for the NWA World Tag Team title. Cool. Good for the Road Warriors. Oh no. Italian Stallion versus Doug Vines in a cage match? Oh. Who the hell is Pearl Slam? I don't know. Kendall Windham and the Thunderfoots, there they are, versus Johnny Ace and oh my goodness, Pearl Slam is the name of Colt Steel and the Golden Terror tagging together. Oh boy. Oh, I can't. That's enough for me for today. I can't handle any more of that. All right. That's going to do it here for us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and give us a like and share this video with your friends. If you want, you can join us on Facebook, facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. You can head over there and join us in conversation about the greatest mod in the history of TEW 2020. Also, head over to braddrake.net and drop me a line if you would like a copy. I'm sorry, if you would like this mod. When you do that, I will send you over a link to our Google Drive page where you can go ahead and download the picture pack and also the database. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.